This will be help me think. May 8th, when we were at the church, I went early. I was sitting outside about 3:30, getting some passive sun, and the priest saw me talking to a heavy set, well, pudgy Puerto Rican lady. I kept wondering, is that the lady that Mr. John is in love with, that lives upstairs above him? Ileana or something. She's goes back and forth from Puerto Rico. I guess it's common knowledge that she allegedly has AIDS. Um, she said, "Well, I guess we better go get in line." I said, "No, I'm gonna sit here. If you're gonna go get in line, you just let people know around you that your friend is gonna come join you. You can hold my spot." So an hour later, when the guy gave us his lunch, I said, "Are you sure? Because we're gonna eat here." And he's like, "Yeah, you can have it." And I thought that was weird, but I was kind of snacky, so I prayed and said, "Lord, is it safe to eat this?" I got a yes. And there was a slice of bacon in there, and I ate the bacon. The Puerto Rican lady took grapes. There was a sandwich in there. I didn't eat the sandwich. I didn't eat grapes either. I just ate the piece of bacon. I was like, wow, this is just perfect. I wonder, where did he get this bacon? I want to go ask him, because we've been buying bacon by rights, and then you cook it and it tastes terrible. It doesn't have any flavor. I don't understand what's happening. Bacon is one of my favorite comfort foods. For many years, I had to stop eating it because I was trying to be a vegetarian. And then years ago, I tried to be a part of the Sunni Muslim and Nation of Islam, um, with my sensei, basically, who later became my baby daddy. And I didn't have a problem not eating pork, but now, when life gets hard, pork is one of my favorite comfort foods. When I was a little girl, my mom used to, whenever they would come back from Georgia, they brought back like half a hog, and in different forms. And my mom would put the skin of the pig in the oven and cook it really, really slow, and make homemade chicharrones or pork skins. And that was one of my favorite parts of Christmas and Thanksgiving. And I'm a Thanksgiving baby, so my birthday presents usually became Christmas presents. And I always felt slighted, but it's okay. All is well. Um, the reason I wanted to make the note is, by the time I got up and got in line, the Puerto Rican lady was kind of like acting like she didn't know me. And I walked up to get in line with her, and she was moving around in circles, kind of like she was disassociating herself with me. There was a black lady, and she's like, "No, she gonna be with me. She gonna be with me." And I couldn't tell whether this was a gay thing or whatever. So I was rejecting that plan. She's like, "I got the speaker. I got the speaker." And I was like, "What does that mean? She got the speaker." I love listening to music, so maybe she's seen me carry a speaker and listen to music and sing and dance while I'm waiting on the bus or at the bus stop, while maybe we're waiting for food to be served or something. But I was like, "Lord, where can I plug up this generator and get me some juice?" And God said, "Over there against that back wall, put your back against the wall." I said, "Okay, good." So I left both of them and went against the back wall and put my back against the wall and plugged up the generator. Angola joined later. And when the server for our table was serving, he came with two plates. He turned those two plates over and put it there down and said, "Now that's mine." Then he started serving everybody else a plate. When he was serving the sodas, I said, "Let me get another soda for my daughter." And he got mad with me. I was like, "I don't understand this. I'm not getting a second plate. I'm getting a plate for my daughter." So when it was time to serve plates, by the time he got to me, he's like, "Oh, no, you put your plate in your bag." I said, "No, you never gave me a plate. Can I have a plate?" And he was saying, I put my plate in my bag. a lady that came in African garb, and I could tell she was going to be a problem. Her energy was very negative, and then she coaxed two others to come over there, kind of like ghetto girls. I was like, oh God, please help me. And one of them that sat on the same side of the table with me kept complaining. And when we were grabbing sodas, I grabbed a Pepsi and she started having a hissy fit. Grown ass woman started acting like a 3-year-old. I said, Mama, here you go. And Angola was like, Mom, you wanted that. I was like, girl, we ain't finna argue over no church food. To hell with the Pepsi. Give me that Coke. And I took the Coke. And shortly after, Mr. John Waldron lookalike came and sat directly the only seat that was available next to Angola. And he was saying he didn't want to eat. And I said, excuse me, sir, can you ask the server to give you your plate so that I can take it home and give it to my daughter that didn't come? So he did, but the server said, no, you already got a plate. I said, now it's funny how he brought 2 plates for himself, right? And he wouldn't let me have this man's plate. This man is here, and he could bring him a plate, and then the guy could hand it to me. So he didn't give it to me, and I was like, I'm not going to be upset about this mess. It's okay. All is well. And there's something keeps gnawing on me because John Waldron is old. This guy was young, and it put me in the mind of the movie Get Out. And Mr. John has all of these doctor friends and all these politicians that he used to know because he was on his CERT team. And I was like, this man looks like a younger version of John Waldron. And it was weird because I keep talking shit about John Waldron and what they went in my navel and took out. He was going to have an operation to take care of some aneurysms that he had near his heart. And I was wondering if they went through my navel and took body parts and used it. And if they did, I mean, Mr. John is a very intelligent person, a little mean-spirited, but if they did, it went to good use because that guy looked like a 50-year-old version of Mr. John. He had like reddish hair, so maybe it was a costume or something. And he sat down next to us and he's like, I did what she asked me to do. So I think they were recording, and I think it was a performance, something they're going to cut and splice and use for court. So I want to let the FBI, CIA, and you guys know it's cut and splice. So have your expert who knows how to detect things that have been cut and spliced. Check it out. It's not real. That was May the 8th, 2024 at St. Peter Claver Catholic Church.